Folks, this introduction and this video is one that I really enjoyed making, and I think it's kind of funny. This film didn't do very well at the box office. Despite having the triumvirate of famous stars coming off the Academy Award for Silver Linings Playbook and the famous Academy Award winning director, it didn't do very well, and I can understand why. It's a pretty dull film. And here's one of the reasons why. The scene you're about to see is a discussion of a issue brought between Jennifer Lawrence, her character is a woman named Joy Mangano, and her husband's name is Tony. And one of the things he suggests is, look, the kind of decisions you're talking about, wouldn't it be better to have that done by someone that is versed in patents and patent processing? The particular attorney he's talking about was someone who was involved in the garment industry but didn't really work on patents at all. And I knew this film would be a flop at the box office. I knew it wouldn't do well despite the famous people, and also that, you know, Jennifer Lawrence at various times in various states of having her clothes partly on, partly off, and looks pretty good, quite frankly, and still does to this day. I knew it wouldn't do well, and I also knew, and I have had a couple people ask me, what few people ever watched the movie and talked to me about it, have said that, you know, did patent attorneys lobby to have that movie made to glorify why patent attorneys are better than other forms of attorneys? Because the movie was boring and I didn't really understand it, but it seemed to throw in a lot of cues that for certain specialized tasks, you need a patent attorney. You don't want it to be certain tasks to be done by a non-patent attorney. And you know, that kind of warmed me when I first saw the film and realized that they were talking that way. And I kind of knew it was coming because I had read about it on some patent blogs and stuff. And it was still kind of heartening to see. But the truth is that those situations are pretty rare. They do exist. And this movie, the scene you're about to see, shows one of them. And in fact, they do regret that they didn't have the right kind of attorney and he gave wrong advice. He didn't commit malpractice, I wouldn't go that far, but he goofed. He said things he shouldn't have said, and it would have been something, had I been brought in on it, even when I had less experience than I do now, I would have known right away that he was mistaken in what he said. That setting aside the worldwide patent search, the specific scene they're talking about, you know, I'll let you watch it. It wouldn't bother to try to explain too much or overanalyze it. Mainly, though, I chose this film to put on my YouTube channel because it does demonstrate some really good common business obstacles that I see a lot of my clients run into. Even though this woman and this character, Joy Mangano, did a lot of her most troublesome, difficult portion of her career in the late 70s when Jimmy Carter was president, and then in 1981 when QVC came out, a lot of the lessons are still applicable today, including the one you are about to see in the following scene. I hope you enjoy it.
We have to declare bankruptcy. You're going to have to declare bankruptcy.
I have to declare bankruptcy.
She has to.
To try to contain my losses. Yeah. I have to write it off.
It just seems so wrong. We've worked so hard. We've come so far for us to just give up now. It just seems so unfair.
Business is unfair. That's it.
I paid those royalties because you told me to, because your lawyer told me to.
Our lawyer was mistaken. This happens sometimes in business. It didn't work out for you.
It happens sometimes. Trudy's lawyer is not a patent attorney.
Which I said. And you said I had no business being Joy's advisor. But that last scene was really interesting, where they explicitly state that for certain kinds of disputes and problems like this, you need a patent attorney. I don't 100% agree with that, but I agree about 90% with that. And I remember thinking at the time, first of all, this movie's not going to do well at the box office, and two, someone is going to think that is a carefully planned type of propaganda or publicity agent of the patent industry, showing what we are often accused of by other attorneys is our arrogance and our sense of engineering skill and math skill that most other attorneys don't have, and trying to force our way into the public consciousness that this is all just a big commercial for patent attorneys. And we're going to see even more scenes where that's the case. And yet, the people who watch this movie don't get that. What few people I know that have even seen it never even understood these references. But when I saw it, I thought, wow, nobody is going to believe that. What few personal acquaintances I knew that even contemplated seeing this movie, the first thing they were going to think is that Chris Tanner paid them to say that. And no, I didn't pay anybody to say anything. I do like and care about this movie a lot. I don't know that I could even say that it's particularly well done. Although I gotta say, De Niro and Brad Cooper do get their facial expressions and their tone pretty well. This is better than other Bradley Cooper, De Niro, Jennifer Lawrence films. I think it's a far better film than Silver Linings Playbook, which got nominated for an Academy Award. Somebody won an Academy Award out of that too, I think. This is a far better film, but it's still not very good. And it's hard to understand. I had to watch this a couple times, and I'm a patent attorney. I deal in this very marketplace all day, every day. And certain parts of this film, still to this day, don't make sense to me. But in the final summation, I swear to you folks, I did not pay people to put those references in about why patent attorneys are sometimes more important than other types of attorneys.
Thanks for watching. Let me know any other topics you want me to discuss. This YouTube channel is to help you. This is for information. I want to hear from you, and I want to know what things are on your mind.